Let's be frank, we all love iMacs. They're light, nice looking, and extremely powerful. But what if I tell you that we can take them a step further and really make them as great as they can be? In this video, I'll show you how I use my iPad to make iMacs better than ever. We all know those situations. You're sitting and peacefully drinking coffee in a restaurant when a disturbing message slips through. Can you make some changes to the project right now? But you can't make changes, so you start looking for loopholes, ask colleagues to do it for you, and eventually boss is not happy. It would be nice to have something portable that can really get some work done. You will probably say now, it's pretty straightforward, just get a MacBook. Valid point. But what if MacBooks are not your cup of tea? What if you have a maxed out Mac Studio at home or in the office and need access to all its files on the go? Well, I got you. An important disclaimer, I will use a MacBook instead of an iMac for this demo, simply because I don't have an iMac laying around, so what do we need? An iPad, a keyboard, and a mouse. I think an iPad Pro with Magic Keyboard will do nicely. Our goal is running a full-fledged macOS on our tablet with mouse and keyboard connected wirelessly. I want to have access to my computer from anywhere. To do that, we'll need a remote desktop app. Personally, I like to use the Google Chrome remote desktop app for this, but you can use TeamViewer or any similar apps. First thing you need to do is make sure you have the latest version of Chrome installed on both machines, your tablet and iMac. Open the Chrome remote desktop website and follow the instructions. Create a name for your remote computer. In my case, I'll type Mac and a PIN. This code will be used to authorize a remote connection to your computer, so only you could access it. Your Mac will ask you to enter the password to enable this feature, so do it. Next step is to download an app. Open Chrome on your Mac, go to the extension store, and search for Remote Desktop. Download it and install. Upon installing, the app may ask you to change certain preferences, so just do as it says. Okay, now we're done on the Mac side. Open the App Store on your tablet and download Chrome Remote Desktop. Then just sign into your Google account. You will see a list of all the computers you've added. I see my Mac here. Click on it, enter the PIN we created earlier, and voila, it's done. Now you have full access to your iMac from anywhere. You can access files, apps, write emails, or even edit videos. The only thing you should worry about is the internet connection. I know that iPads generally have a different aspect ratio from Macs, so there is a chance of having black borders, but that's not a big deal. Let's test out a few things. As you can see, the trackpad and keyboard are working perfectly. How about accessing files? I'll just click on Finder and open this file remotely. I can open Safari and Google something, or I can launch the video editing app and make some edits. The best part is that I can take this setup anywhere and still have full access to my Mac without needing to confirm anything on the Mac. Just set it up once and use it forever. Okay, how about another use case for an iPad? Personally, I think one of the best features is Sidecar. On the screen, you can see the list of supported devices, and as for me, it covers the majority of possible users. What is this Sidecar? Basically, Sidecar allows you to connect your iPad as a second screen wirelessly or via the cable. This is extremely useful in many situations when you just need that extra screen real estate. The setup process is extremely easy. If your iPad supports Sidecar, you just place it somewhere near your Mac and go to System Settings on your Mac, then open Screen Options and click Add Display. The system will automatically detect an iPad and suggest it. Then all you have to do is just position the screen icon wherever the iPad is and enjoy. You can specify in settings how you want your iPad to act. Mirror the image of your Mac or extend it. For now, I'll choose Extend. To disable or enable Sidecar, pull down the Control Center, click Screen Mirroring, and click on the iPad icon. As you see, everything is super easy. It's important to point out that Sidecar runs as an app on your iPad, and you will still be able to switch between iPad apps, get all the notifications, etc. The latency is super low, especially if you connect via the cable. I guess there's no need to explain how an additional display can be used. The iPad acts like a regular external monitor without any differences. It's just smaller. So what I like to do is use it for video editing as a preview window. Ways to set it up as an external preview mirror are different from one editing software to another, so I won't dwell on that. Another useful way to use an iPad is as a graphics tablet. It's not a very obvious thing, but if you set the iPad to mirror your Mac and open, let's say, Photoshop, laptop, you will be able to use Apple Pencil for drawings. Of course, this way you don't get the full functionality of the Apple Pencil, but for small things like creating thumbnails or editing out pimples, it's much more convenient than with a mouse or trackpad. But I have a few issues with Sidecar. First, it disables the touch functionality of your iPad. Single taps in the Sidecar app will do nothing, but you can use 2 fingers to scroll. The scrolling itself isn't very fluid and can sometimes ignore touches. The scrolling has no momentum and overall isn't very pleasant, which is strange for Apple, right? But to make single touches, you can use the Apple Pencil. Weird, Apple. Very weird. You know what else is weird? Henry Cavill's mustache removal job in Batman vs Superman, and the reason why it's so sloppy is because of deepfake, a revolutionary new tech that basically allows you to replace people's faces. And normally, you'd need a very powerful computer to do it, but thanks to guys at Face Mega, anyone can try it out. It's super easy, let me show you. I will use this video of me. It should be an easy job. Import the video, choose a face you want to try on, click one button, and here are the results. But how about replacing a celebrity's face with mine? I'll choose this clip, add the picture of me, and hit it. I can become Tim Burton, Johnny Depp, or even, let's say, Tony Stark. Just a couple of seconds, and you are in a movie. Okay, how about something fun? I always wanted to see 6 or 8-pack abs on me, so let's do it. I will choose a video of this guy and just slap my face on top. It's just so easy to do with Face Mega. The app offers a variety of templates to choose from, so even if you don't have your own videos, you can still do magic. Well, I've had a lot of fun using it and you should try it too. Go to the App Store and search for Face Mega or just click the link in the description. And now, back to marrying iPads and Macs. Next way to use the iPad is also very cool, universal control. This will be very useful for anyone who uses an iPad for something more than watching YouTube. For designers, architects, artists, etc. It allows you to use your Mac and iPad with one set of keyboard and mouse as separate devices. You can draw on the iPad using full functionality of the Apple Pencil and then transfer the image to your Mac. This feature also allows you to drag files from one machine to another, which can be far easier than going to AirDrop, so how to set it up. First, you need supported devices, which conveniently are the same as for Sidecar. Make sure you're running the latest version of software and that you've signed into the same Apple ID on both your Mac and iPad. Open Settings on Mac, Displays, and click Advanced. Turn on Allow your pointer and keyboard to move between any nearby Mac or iPad. Now take your iPad and go to Settings, General, AirPlay, and Handoff. Turn on Cursor and Keyboard. Okay, we're halfway there. Place 2 devices near each other, go to Display Settings again on a Mac, and click Add Display. In the drop-down menu, you should see the Link, Keyboard, and Mouse section with your iPad in it. Click on the iPad and boom, the system will automatically detect where your iPad is positioned, no additional setup needed. Now you can use one set of keyboard and mouse to seamlessly interact with both Mac and iPad. If you want, use a Magic Keyboard or Mac's keyboard and mouse. Do what you want. All keyboards and mice will work at the same time, all the gestures work, keyboard shortcuts, everything. With universal control, the iPad becomes a worthy and almost equal addition to your Mac, expanding its functionality, especially with Apple Pencil. 2 machines still operate as separate devices, so you can't drag windows from your Mac to your iPad, but that's not the point of this feature. Universal control makes interaction with 2 devices seamless and comfy, eliminating that gap we had before. I personally can't say I use it very often, but I can clearly see benefits of using this feature. If you have an iPad and a Mac, you should definitely check it out. An iPad, even if you are a regular person, can make your workflows noticeably faster and save you a lot of nerves. And as you see from my wireless Mac experiment, even replace your Mac or at least become a substitute in times of need. If you have an iPad laying around, try these features on it. Maybe you'll find new ways to use it.